Welcome all to the blockchain basement. My name is Drew. Ask not what crypto can do for you, but ask what you can do for crypto. That's what I say to you. We're joined with an absolutely fantastic individual in my life, Mr. Taco. How the hell are you doing, my good man? I know you're going to breathe today again, but I expect it. And you know what? Everyone's got to breathe. Yeah. I mean,
I don't think it was me.
I'm pretty sure it is you.
To be honest, though, whenever I'm playing video games, everyone blames me for breathing into the mic. Yeah, so it probably is me.
Well, you got those big old lungs. You know what I'm saying? You got the Viking lungs. It's understandable. But welcome on to the blockchain basement. We are powered by Arculus, as you all are fully aware, I'm sure by now, but I am happy to be sponsored by such a fantastic product. Shout out to everyone in the chat: Nicole Minnis, Indy Halo, John Wicked Out, Granny's Garden, Bob from Accounting, C90FTW, the Deadwood, giving me the advice on how to stop my gray nipple hairs. Taco, do you have any gray hairs?
I get white hairs on my beard.
Okay, so it started for you a little bit.
Here and there.
Yeah.
I pluck them, though.
Yeah. I looked down and I saw it's happening. It's a real thing. I'm getting gray nipple hairs. I think it's all Joe Biden's fault. But you know what? It's the way it goes. Shout out to everyone in the chat, though. Think that probably Isaac will be meandering in here. Just busted up, beat up. Isaac's actually figuring his stuff out. Someone in the chat was angry that Isaac was young and on the show, and I just had to respond. We are here to spread knowledge about crypto, and if I can bring that knowledge to the youth, you're damn right I'm gonna do it. So sorry, not sorry. Check out our account, though. We are cooking towards 60,000 subscribers. Thinking that we're going to be there after Bitcoin Nashville. Things are moving hot and heavy. Make sure you're following me on the X account. Hold on.
I see you've changed your PFP.
Yes, I did change my PFP. This is the new move. The flag stays on, folks. That's what's going to be talking to Crypto Billy last night. Crypto Billy and Billy Goat Tales. Very cool show on Twitter. Give them a listen if you haven't already, but make sure to follow me on X at Drew Crypto. Taco is, let's see, taco at Crypto Taco _taco.
Still repping my mutant.
Yeah. I mean, and we got some mutant stuff to talk about today. You know what I mean?
We definitely coming out with their own chain.
Do they really? Yeah, I have it. Was it Ernest or something like that?
It was Curtis.
That's what it is.
Curtis.
Yeah, we're going to be digging into that. Can it bring that action back? But quite a spicy day in the market. We honestly have quite a bit of information to go over. I was scrambling, just going over all of the different news that's breaking today. Bro, Indy Halo, you know, I'm thinning out. I'm down to 225 pounds. I'm getting lean. I'm getting mean. I was already mean, but I'm going to definitely look at here in a minute. Now, Bitcoin price, I'm not going to go over because we have a special guest joining us, one of the best TA analysts in the business. The big news, the big exciting stuff that we're going to be covering first on the news side and then looking into the repercussions of what this news means for the markets and the price. Is this, folks, the inside action of Taco and his intelligence and fantastic looks indeed. Here it is. Enjoy. Update Nate instincts. Natural instincts, I think he was meaning to say, but hearing the SEC finally getting back to issuers today, asking them to return their final S1s on Wednesday, including fees, and then request effectiveness on Monday after the close for a Tuesday 7/23 launch of the Ethereum ETF. I'm liking this. We're the channel now, just so you know, Taco. So we're gonna have to embrace it. I need a stick. Owen's out there like, yeah. I need like a yeah. I need a stick to like reach that thing. You know, Owen's out there filming a Bon Jovi right now. He's out there. He's moving up in the world. Shout out to Owen. This has provided no unforeseeable last minute issues, of course. So we got a story about this, just diving in a little bit more here. According to a Monday report from Bloomberg's senior ETF analyst, the SEC told these issuers to have this information in by the 23rd. 8 issuers, which include BlackRock, 21 Shares, VanEck, Grayscale, Fidelity, Bitwise, Franklin Templeton, and Invesco. The gang, the crypto gang that's moved in to take over. I don't want to hear this talk. I'm giving a shout out, a nod to XRP holders. Big Daddy, you big salty daddy, you. Daddy chill. You know, sources told Reuters that 3 issuers, BlackRock, Franklin Templeton, yada, 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 have received preliminary approval from the SEC for their funds to begin trading Tuesday. Bitwise CIO Matt Hogan estimates that spot Ethereum ETFs could attract $15 billion worth of inflows in just the first 18 months of trading. Ethereum is a compelling asset powering the world's most versatile blockchains, but even 15 billion in new demand will have a dramatic impact on the Ethereum market.
You know what's interesting?
What's that?
I read today that the Bitcoin inflows have surpassed 16 billion.
Yes, they have.
It's been less than 6 months or about 6 months.
Yeah, well, and Bitcoin's kind of a larger, more trusted asset class, so that would make sense. But
yeah, so then the comparison was in 18 months, 15 billion. So I could definitely see that being like spot on.
Yeah, absolutely. They have pretty similar situations too. Like Grayscale has that fee on top of it for the Ethereum Grayscale Trust. And it's actually a higher fee than the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. So I think the velocity of exit out of Grayscale into these ETFs is actually going to be a little bit hotter and heavier. So let's check this out, guys. We have Ethereum ETFs. It looks like we're going to be getting it on the 23rd of this month. Absolutely fantastic. And I want to bring one of the best in the biz onto the show to check out what is actually going to happen to the markets, what to expect. Here we go. That's Taco. Piano Matty B. How are you doing, my good man?
Unbelievable up here in the behind the maple curtain. How you doing down there?
Dude,
crazy
I'm
times
living the
in
dream.
States for you guys.
You know what? This is nothing new. This is nothing new. I have all my things prepared for this. And really since 2016, I have gotten my sword quite sharp in finance and in just personal security and preparedness for my family. So I'm not really too worried about it, but it is a cataclysmic time to be alive. Lots of things shifting, a couple banks at risk of insolvency because of all these high interest rates. But now we see the traditional markets are opening their arms to Ethereum next. This Ethereum ETF looks like it's coming down the pipeline, brother. And honestly, I love your outlooks on Bitcoin first and foremost, but I want to talk about this Ethereum elephant in the room. And really what I'm looking for is we saw a basic changing of the hands from Grayscale trusts into the ETFs. Now, those fees on Grayscale's Bitcoin trust were a little bit lower than the Ethereum trust fees are currently. I believe it was at 1% and the Ethereum trust at a 1.5. So I'm thinking the velocity of exit into these actual ETFs is going to be a little bit heavier, but it is a smaller market cap with less track record than Bitcoin. We just covered one of these main analysts thinking that there's going to be about $15 billion in new demand over the next 6 months for the Ethereum ETF, but
18 months.
Or 18 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the correction, Taco. You're keeping me honest. This is the guy. This is the guy behind it. But what do you think we're going to be looking at in terms of price action for Ethereum just over the next few months? Now that we have kind of an experience of what a real ETF in America means for the action here.
Well, I think it's going to be pretty interesting, all things considered. Like, let's make no mistake, everything's about to go up. ETF or no ETF, everything's going to go up. But one of the reasons I don't actively chart ETH on my show anyway is I'll give you a good example. I know you could probably, well, I guess you can't. So what chart is this? And what chart is this? Sorry.
It's a happy cup.
What chart is this? And what chart is this?
They look the same.
Is that? Yeah, I mean, they look pretty damn similar. What is this Ethereum and Bitcoin?
This is Bitcoin.
Okay.
What chart is this?
Oh.
Ethereum.
Is that? I mean, I'm thinking it's Ethereum because that's a subject matter.
You are correct, sir.
Okay.
It is Ethereum. This is on the daily, and this is Bitcoin on the daily. So, we all know that most altcoins, save for like out of nowhere crazy pumps, are a function of Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up. They generally go up. There's every now and then we get a slight divorce, but essentially they follow the big whale around the market. So that being said, if we take a look at the monthly chart here for ETH, it looks exactly like the monthly chart for Bitcoin. However, you have this cute little cup and handle pattern, right? So if we were just to take this little pole here, you take the pole, you slide it all to the breakout point, and we're going to call it, it's not a perfect cup and handle because we have this slight, a perfect would be, the handle would be up here. So let's just call, somewhere in the middle. That'll take about 7K. Now that's under normal market conditions following the bull market. Now an ETF can maybe sway that. I'm thinking, $2,000 more, maybe 9,000, in a crazy ETF world. However, I've been on the record saying I didn't think that we're going to see a ETF for Ethereum this bull run. So I'm kind of surprised that what's his name, Ricky Choo Choo's over at Bloomberg said it'll be out July 23rd.
It's a surprising thing to have, right? Like I thought, I'm just such a pessimist on the traditional markets. I didn't think that they'd be opening up their arms so quickly to crypto. But I'm kind of in the same boat where I was kind of doubtful, even with all the news about Bitcoin's ETF coming. I was like, man, it took, 70 years or whatever to get a gold ETF. But here we are. And I think that some of the problems that they've created for themselves with this over leveraging debt to keep the money flow going is starting that cow's coming home. Now, this makes me very, very bullish for not only Ethereum, but for altcoins. Now, Bitcoin, I was looking for, in my mind, I had put it up on Twitter that I was looking to recapture, go a little bit over $64,000, and then essentially hang out here and prove it as the short-term support before we can move on to the next stage. That's just where I am personally at. What are you looking at for Bitcoin's price action in just kind of this term?
Well, if we go down to the 4-hour chart, she's a noisy little so-and-so, a lot of action here. We can just see that we are on top of our resistance. This is a channel of ascension. We've kind of been in and out for a long time. So we are respecting it. However, we're just kind of, to me, when I see this is just robot quant bots, like buy, sell algos based on fundamentals coming in every 5 minutes, right? It doesn't really know where it's going. So we haven't had any institutional inflows to be reconciled. Usually at the end of the day, we may see that, 5 o'clock pump, so to speak. So here we are, the daily chart that looks similar to the ETH daily chart, almost exactly. So you're right. The 64K was a big deal because it's also the 50% fib. And it's right where the 50 moving
I don't even
average
use
is.
fibs, bro. I'm just like used to the price flowing. This is so cool to have you looking at the exact same thing from a completely different data set. That is fascinating.
Well, the fibs are like, the fibs fascinate me just because like I got on, when I was a currency trader, all I did was support resistance and fibs, right? So, because Fibonacci, it's basically the psychology of traders. This is why it always hits these levels, especially that we talked about 61.8 being the goldenness of golden ratios, and we like to reset when we get back to 61.8. If you look at this, this is an old 61.8 that I used earlier, like a couple weeks ago, saying that we would probably hit this and knock it out. And of course, we hit it, then we did knock it out. But you can see we retraced today almost back to the 61.8 from our last peak of 73 or whatever. So our next goal, to me, my bullish outlook would be the 38.2%. And basically, I'll only trade from fib to fib.
Okay.
You know, like, yeah, there's some noise in between, but you're basically going to go from fib to fib. So we'll hit our head at 65. You'll probably see on the 4-hour chart, let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, 65 right here. You know, we're basically hitting our head on it, really. We'll get there. And then if we can get over the 38.2% fib at 65.8, I guess it is, then the next one, look at how this corresponds. This is the 23.6% fib, and it's the channel's resistance. So I was saying earlier today that under normal market conditions, the fibs tend to line up with all our support and resistance. And outside of normal market conditions, like when there's heavy manipulation or basically whales coming in and pushing the market around, anything like that, we'll move off the fibs. And the fibs will no longer correspond with our support and resistance. But when we have a normal market condition, i.e. a bull run, we are in a bull run, they tend to correspond and
we're
lock
not
up.
in a bull run. We've only gone from 17K to what? You know, like 65, sitting here ranging.
Enough.
I know, not enough. You know, and I think that a lot of people, they don't feel like they're in a bull run because they've been in kind of longer standing altcoins and then just kind of rode them all the way down, and they're waiting for that big surge to come back up. I think that's the type of person that's thinking we're not in a real bull market yet. I mean, we're sitting here. I saw one of the picks, Aether, this morning. I mean, some of the picks here from the newer projects are up like 30%, 40%. Things are getting hot and heavy, but this is making me damn bullish on the markets. Very happy to be in crypto. Very happy to be part of the technological tea party that is Bitcoin. Now, Matty B, you have some of the best TA in the business. Where can people follow you to find all of these deep dives and inside looks into charts?
Well, every morning at 8 a.m. Central Mountain, I do a video production. So I will do the charts, the technical analysis, and then we'll do a little bit of live stream and chit chat till about 8:30. I have one question for you, though.
Yeah.
What do you think of JD Vance and his crypto stance?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, excellent rhyme. Second of all, I am looking at just his wife is pretty hooked into, I believe she's a lawyer that's helping Coinbase right now. I believe her firm is part of that Coinbase litigation. I think that she's going to be stepping away from that and maybe working with him on having a hand in the regulation of crypto. But there is a lot of information going back and forth on JD Vance. I haven't made a hard determination on if I can back him or not. I usually like to take in as much info as I can before I can endorse someone. I guess I'm a little bit burnt on how Pence betrayed Trump. So it's hard to trust someone else to be next to Trump and really have his back. But my heart is open to hearing out if he is a good thing for crypto or not. You know, we got Joshua Jake just joined us. What's up?
Is the audio good?
Yeah, you can hear the audio. I'll Taco, ask a question real quick. Yeah, I mean, I got Piano.
Well, I want to know, Piano Matty B, did you see that video? I don't know how long ago it was, but he was talking about Gary Gensler, the SEC, and how they seem to go after utility tokens, but let like non-utility tokens just slide, and he feels like it should be the complete opposite. I was wondering if you saw that video and your opinion.
I did see a video where he was dissing Gary Gensler. I think that's the one. He was giving a talk.
Yep.
I guess I come back to based on the past 4 years when you had the borderline like Kamala Harris as the vice president, it makes me wonder, do these positions even matter? Are they just figureheads? Or are they completely inconsequential? Like, are they like, we have the queen, we have like I can't remember what it's called, but it's this position in Canada which they don't do anything, but they're put in that position every year.
Sounds like a great job, honestly.
No, well, it's your typical government job, right? You don't do anything, and anything you have.
Oh God, where did he go?
Okay.
I just deleted you. No, you're still there.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what a cushy job. You know what I mean? Fiona Matty B, we got a long time to go before I feel like we really have a clear and open roadway. And it almost just felt like they put all these lawsuits against these crypto companies and against Coinbase to slow down the acceptance of crypto so that this monster of TradFi could catch up and get a better grasp on capturing the system before it goes live to everybody. You know, it's just kind of what it's felt like over the years. But you got me very, very bullish on the outlook for the prices. I'm excited to see what happens with Ethereum. And our next show, I'll be joining you Friday morning. Yes,
Friday morning, right? 8 a.m.
Yes,
Bright
sir.
and early.
All right, man. Well, I'm excited for it.
Thanks for having
Appreciate
me.
you, brother. Absolutely. And I'll be seeing you in Bitcoin Nashville potentially as well. Yeah?
That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
it's
Yes,
coming
that's
right
gonna
up.
That's going to be fun.
I'm
Looking forward to it.
excited. I'm excited, brother. We'll have a beer. I'll see you soon. Peace. Man, I love being. What's up, Josh?
Yeah, I came in dying. Sorry about that, chat.
No, you're fine. How you doing? Yeah, man. Thanks for joining me. You know what I mean? I got the gangs from New York vibe is kind of what I'm going with for the foreseeable future here. But man, a lot of stuff breaking. We have quite a bit of altcoins. For anyone that isn't part of the members chat, I did cover this. We have obviously Bitcoin Nashville coming up. I'm going to be hoping to get a chance to speak with any one of these: Vivek, Edward Snowden, Michael Saylor, Kathy Wood, and RFK, and the orange one himself, Donald Trump. Doubtful that we'll get a chance to catch a moment with him. I almost said catch his ear. And I did that on accident the day after, or Monday, the
We
morning
should bring him
after.
a new prosthetic ear.
Dude,
That'd be a funny gift.
that would be a good gift.
That'd be
That
a
would
great
be,
gift.
and maybe like a Zin pouch that fits over his ear, you know, potentially. But we're gonna be going out to Bitcoin Nashville. Things are getting hot and heavy, setting up all that travel. But for anyone that's not part of the members channel, we just covered this morning. We are watching out for a Mt. Gox sell out. It looks like 91,000 Mt. Gox Bitcoin. We're on the move. Josh, are you worried about the Bitcoin Mt. Gox stuff kind of screwing up our vibes here in the bull market?
Look, we beat Germany twice now in history. I think we can do it again. No, Mt. Gox is, look, it's $5.4 billion that's being unlocked here. And we do 41 billion in volume a day.
Yeah.
So can it bring us down to 60K? There's a lot of technicals you might be able to watch on the charts, but I'm overall bullish. I think we're going to absorb it just like we did the last few times, and we're going to keep going higher.
Well, just like the Germany sell-off, it was just absorbed in parallel. You know what I mean? Like that Germany sell-off, it could have been way
And
worse.
they had to sell.
They did have to sell.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
did
that's
legally
a
have
big,
to sell.
factor here, because
Yeah.
all these people that have pretty much been on the sidelines for 10 plus years, do you think they want to just immediately sell? I'd say maybe 30 to 40% maybe end up selling, but the rest of the people
They're
will
like
hold out.
true Bitcoiners.
Oh, yeah.
Like they've been around longer than any of us in this chat and have been exposed longer than any of us in this chat. So it's unless some of you are part of Mt. Gox here, but yeah, to Taco's point, it's why would you sell if you've seen over the last 10 years your portfolio do a 2,000, X essentially? What is going to make you want to get rid of those positions when you go, okay, well, this is not only an obvious adoption, this is the future. So it could be $1 billion, it could be $1 billion, it could be $2 billion. The worst case scenario is like a bear's wet dream, and I don't even think that brings us below 46K. And that'd be if everybody sold at the same exact time at the same exact moment. So.
Yeah, I mean, do you really think BlackRock's gonna let themselves be out traded by the rest of the world?
That's the other thing that people don't realize, but most 99% of retail doesn't realize that's what mempools work, guys. If they saw transactions of that volume come in, they would either short or long the market, and then they would take advantage of it.
That's it. They eat the weak hands. Now, this is interesting. Just a side note, Craig Wright had to put a legal notice that he is not Satoshi Nakamoto directly on his website now.
I am shocked.
Yeah, amazing.
What?
Incredible. Breaking news. Craig Wright, you are an asshole. So nice. Nick Demondi just responding to all the doom and gloom about the stock market bubble. I know the stock market is going to crash. There's one clear indicator. It's going to happen soon. He doubts it. How does he know this? Senators are still in, billionaires are still in, and that's just highlighting these articles that keep coming out about the 4 AI stocks that Nancy Pelosi and political insiders are betting on. Once we see the powers that be fleeing the markets, that's when we should show concern. Now, this gold, just a quick shout out to Peter Schiff. I know you hate my guts, but I got an open ear for people that don't understand what's going on in the world, and I'm going to give you a nod for gold hitting a new all-time high at $2,400. This is good to see. You know, I got a couple people that like gold that are in the prepper community. I acknowledge it. It's a thing. What you got, Tom?
And if you missed out on this gold all-time high, you'll just have 10 more years to accumulate.
That's true. That is very true. And gold, there is something kind of cool about holding like a few ounces of gold. Like there's just something special.
Yeah,
it gave me
it's
tingles.
cool. He's freaking
He loves
sick with his
necklace.
gold chain.
He loves it. You know, it's a thing. So shout out to gold holders out there.
I went on a cruise when I was a kid, and I don't know if you've been on a cruise, but they usually have this like a bunch of wheels of gold jewelry. So when I was a kid, I was like, wow, that's so cool. I want it. So I bought it, and it turns out it was fake.
Yeah, well, it happened. You got to be careful. That's another thing about like why Bitcoin is more valuable than gold is because it's easily verifiable. You know what I mean? Like when I was back in the day buying gold, I had to find the assay cards and the verification there within on the number on the assay card. And then it all depends. You have to understand the widths because things can weigh the same, but then they have a different dimension.
And you know how I found out? I don't know around what time it was, but it was around the time when all these like trade in your gold here for cash. That's how I found out my gold was fake.
Really? Yeah. Oh no.
Dude, I had a heart attack when I got my fiance's ring and I took it in and they did the diamond test and it was like beep, like it's not supposed to. And I was like,
oh no,
no way. But it's because it was like engraved with like other things. They had to like look up the serial number.
Really?
But I had a heart attack for like a full day.
That's sketchy,
because
bro.
like I left it there for like 4 hours and they're like, well, we'll get back to you.
Bro, wedding rings are a thing. You and DZ, you're getting.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Engaged, man.
It's happening.
Weddings are expensive.
You're gonna have gray nipple hairs before you know it.
Dude, I found my first like 3 gray hairs.
Did you?
Like on my head. Like,
Okay.
yeah, it was when I got like my barber did my hair like 3 weeks ago. He put me on the website and I look at the photo and there's just this one streak. And then sure enough, it was I plucked that out so quick.
It's a special
I was
feel.
like, crypto's aging me, man.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, it's on average though, I think the crypto holders are more handsome or beautiful than the average person.
We're also very tall for some reason.
This office is very tall.
Crypto bros be drinking the right juice.
This office is a very tall office. Yeah. And I missed giving you a shout out. Thank you for gifting the memberships to the people in the basement. You're giving them access to the OG chat. The OG chat is probably the most based community, but they also watch out for each other in the crypto sphere, which we need. I might have to be excited about this. So what do we got here? There we go. Microsoft is planning on laying off its diversity, equity, and inclusion team.
Would you look at that?
It wrote that an internal email blasting how DEI is no longer business critical. They left out the part where it's institutionalized racism. So it'd be nice to see a little bit more honesty about why they're moving away from those things. But in due time, folks. Now, we're going to be digging into quite a few altcoins and all that good stuff. But before we do, I'm going to have a quick word from our sponsor.
The Blockchain Basement is powered by Arculus. This is the world's leading crypto cold storage where you can easily secure, buy, swap, send, and receive all your crypto with a simple tap using 3-factor authentication to make sure to keep your assets safer than ever. Make sure to support the channel. Use code BASE10 and click the link down in the description to get your hands on your security today.
Two Pump Crypto Chum, what up, man? Thank you for gifting the membies, supporting the channel. You absolute savage there. And thank you for everyone that's out there picking up an Arculus wallet, dropping membies. You guys allow me to speak freely. Like this morning, I was able to go on an unhinged rant about how the global elites are losing and why they're losing, how long it'll take them to fully lose, and what more we can do to make it even more of a loss. So I appreciate every single one of you for making that kind of ability available. Now, just set the vibe for the altcoin section here. We're going to go ahead and have a quick listen to something that's basically taken over the internet and made me smile in many different ways. What the hell is this thing? Get out of my face. All right, getting out of here.
心と行動に一点の曇りなし。すべてが正義だ。ドジャーンドジャーンドジャーン一体何のつもりなんだ
All
Dude, they're quick with it, bro.
This is how I explained the assassination attempt to my children. And now this is that's going to be how it happened for them. You know what I mean? I am in control. I am in the driving wheel. Shout out. Yeah. Well, and my daughter was so sad to hear that there was an attempt on the president's life.
I was fucking sad.
Yeah, man. Like
It
she
is
was
sad.
crying. Like she was crying big time. So I gotta bring some power, some hope into her heart. You know.
You know what like really made me sad about this whole situation
What's that?
is the fact that like Trump has said like he doesn't need to be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
He's 78 years old. He's billionaire. He could be sitting on a beach, riding around in a yacht, having the time of his life.
Yep.
But he's actually doing this to make America great again. And he sees what Biden has done, and it's just it's terrible that people tried to assassinate him.
It's a dangerous
Disgusting,
time.
man.
It is
It's
disgusting.
Like watching everybody like speak like Destiny,
Oh yeah.
and Harry. Like, dude, just the left are an interesting body of individuals. It's gone full circle now, right? We were the crazy ones for questioning Jan 6, questioning all those things that
The
may or may
vid.
not be able to speak too much onto on here.
Ukraine.
And then now immediately when the first presidential assassination attempt happens in the last since 1980, in the 1980s with Ronald Reagan, they immediately create a conspiracy around it.
Yeah.
Immediately label it a stage. Immediately lay us. It's our fault.
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense.
Well, now the pendulum
It's
is
just-
swinging in our direction, though, from it all. You know, it's that equal and opposite reaction. That's
Critical
happening.
thinking's coming. You're seeing DEI get disrupted. You notice he walked out with all men in his security detail, right afterwards, because that is the one job of the Secret Service is throw bodies on the president. You're there to literally die for him.
Yep.
It's, so the shift is shifting. It
It's
feels
happening.
good. It feels
We're
good.
winning, dude. That's what's happening. We got Twitter back. We're winning. And just a quick note that things are still crazy for people in California. Gavin Newsom has
this is so
banned schools from telling parents that their child is transitioning. So if you're in California, they can take away your kids at will, leave. Now this, just a quick list. This is
This is
made
so
me-
bad.
Yeah.
I got banned for this on TikTok.
I've never seen a circumstance where you ride through certain rural areas of the country and people have signs there, big Trump signs with middle signs saying F Biden, and the little kid standing there putting up his middle finger. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that is just inflammatory and the kind of viciousness. It's a very
Oh my God. So he's getting flipped off by little children in rural areas. I am not surprised, Joe. You're
The
right.
little kids' faults.
Yeah.
That
How dare
political violence is here. It's the little kids' faults.
They're insurrectionists.
Not the fact that he called him and referred to him Adolf many times and said that he's a threat against democracy a
Nothing.
bajillion times. Nothing.
And
No, it's not from both
They'll
sides.
do anything to take his words out of context and
Everything.
spin it on him.
Yeah.
The dictator one, which
The
literally had
bloodbath
nothing to
one.
do. The bloodbath one, all taken out of context.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
The media is
what
gross.
usually the people that are at fault will accuse the other side of exactly what they're doing. So then it makes it that much longer for it to come full circle back to them. It's just the art of war stuff. Now, Taco, please explain to me what the hell's going on with this. Coinbase today, 7.1724. That's today. They put a picture of a very fluffy and cute looking cat on the
That's tomorrow.
Wait, is that tomorrow? Is it the 16th?
Yes, it is
Okay,
the
so we
16th.
got to find out what this is. Like, what is going
Coinbase
on
has
here?
been on like a little Easter egg puzzle frenzy the last few days.
Yeah.
I found the secret mint on the Coinbase wallet.
Was it a cat?
No, it was just like a secret mint.
Okay.
I posted it in Slack 30 seconds after I found it.
Okay.
So if you go to Coinbase wallet,
Oh God, here we go. Let's go. Right here. Bam. Let's go.
no, their Twitter page.
Oh, what's this? I think I found a meow.
Well, that's the mint if you want to mint this cat.
Dude.
I did it on my stream earlier today.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Dude, I might need
I
to
don't know
make one of
why.
these.
I mean, it was like 35 cents. Why not? It's
Dude,
on
I might need to
base.
go get this.
Super cheap, but you should get the secret one.
Okay.
Wait, let's see if I can find it.
Yeah,
But
you better send it to me. I don't have my wallets on this computer, but this is something that I need to get in on, man. I love
Yeah, I've missed out on this entirely.
They have, like, this
Are they
whole-
doing a drop?
they
something's
have
going
this
on.
go to /OCS on Chain Summer. So take out NFT mint meow
Okay.
and just type in OCS.
OCS. Bam.
I'm in on this.
Yeah, they have this whole entire like
Yeah.
ecosystem now they're building. They have like points. You can get like a pass, and they have a secret mint. And I'll tell you guys about it in 1 second.
Adidas on chain, Spain and Argentina. What's with all the chicks flashing the camera during these soccer games? Like, it's just
Amazing.
like-
Don't question it.
I mean,
I'm
it's
just
just,
Okay, so this is gonna
It's
be,
also terrible because there's children watching.
it's gonna be a little tricky, but I believe in you. So after .com
okay.
/NFT,
Okay. You believe in me, huh?
I believe in you.
All right then.
And /mint
Mm.
/CBW
What in the fuck are you
on
doing?
chain summer
On chain summer
2024.
2024.
Man, Easter eggs, chat.
Bro.
Oh, maybe they took it offline.
No, so CBW on chain summer 2024. That's what I got. Damn it. We might be too late.
It's still up. Wait, let me look at the URL again.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find this because this is intriguing. Let me see here. I'm gonna look at this. We're looking live. Mint.
Maybe the
CBW
is uppercase.
It is uppercase in this. On chain. This is all the same. Let's just see if this changes it. Because maybe I have to have my wallet connected. I think I have to probably have my wallet connected to get into this. That's probably what it is. I don't have my wallet on this damn computer. I gotta just get my Microsoft computer down here. There's they're up to something here.
Wallet
They're completely up to something. I can tell. First of all, I want this kitty cat. I got the original
26,000 mints.
Yeah, I mean the people are on this.
You know what's
man.
crazy? At the time when I found the Easter egg, only 10 owners.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
So I literally was probably one of the first people in the world to mint the secret NFT.
Huh. Well, you know, I am of the opinion that
Have your
base.
autograph?
Yeah, I know. Like,
Can you sign my
I'll
mintable?
mint it on chain for you.
Dude, Taco's a savage about it, man. And really, you know, one of my thoughts just about base in general is that it's going to be one of the strongest, projects that we see come out of the front end of this bull market here. I just had a quick highlight for this. Base, hottest chain right now, executing 3 million transactions daily, $7 billion in total locked value, 500,000 plus daily active addresses. And this thread from Milk Road Daily gives you just a few little plays that you can make on Coinbase and obviously the base chain within it. Optimism. Base uses the OP stack. As a result, it pays for OP Collective 15% of all on-chain profits it earns from fees. That is going to be a big deal for OP, I'm thinking. Fun fact, other L2s use the OP stack, generating further revenues for Optimism. So make sure you're following Milk Road if you're not, but I'm
bullish
hell bullish.
for two projects, Arrow
Right.
and Velo.
Dude, I was checking Velo and Arrow this morning. Obviously, you know, everything's ripping, so it can't take full credit, but they're ripping hard.
Yeah,
bro.
the fact Coinbase bought Arrow's dip at 42 cents. They're up 100% on their position. They've made multi-millions off that position alone. They bought the exact bottom.
Did
when
they?
it dropped? It was like I would say between 42 and 53 cents they entered the market on Arrow. Arrow is now pushing $1. Velodrome's back up to I think 11 cents today or 12 cents.
They were listening to me in Hobus because we were on a space and everyone's sitting here asking because I remain bullish on Arrow, but I saw the 50 cents. I just told them it's time to back up the truck. It's time to go. And really, you know, I feel that macro politically, Coinbase has absolutely got the silver spoon in its mouth for regulatory openness for TradFi to actually start using its services on a massive scale. So,
Yeah, I don't know how people like fade Coinbase. Like
It's hard to
USDC is now at 12%, taking more market share away from Tether. Which
Yep.
you guys have to realize, Tether is the most printable currency like on the planet. Like they just print out of thin air. They're the largest
I
US
saw there's
treasury
a
buy.
ton being printed this morning.
Ton being printed, and now USDC is going to have that functionality. And BlackRock owns the reserves to all of that USDC through USDXX, so they make a 5.26% APY on those holding and reserves alone. So like they're incentivized to print more and more and more and more. So like if you're not bullish on Aerodrome or Coinbase, it makes no sense because that's the ecosystem that is directly correlated to USDC.
Yeah.
like that is the base ecosystem. So
It's pretty cool to think
Interesting
about.
to think about it. Yeah,
I know. And, you know, really, we see base rolling out, but also interoperability plays layer 0. But then that conversation that was going on at ETH Brussels from Ethereum and Polkadot on the interoperability focus of things. This is pretty cool to see well, there you are.
anything while it pays algo.
Huh. Look at this. Anything. Did algo pump?
No, someone chat said Velo will outperform Algo. So
Oh my!
from
that's
George Martinez. I was like, I
big,
think,
big duh. Yeah, that's an easy one. So this is from for Polkadot here. Gavin Wood posted this, introducing a hyperbridge, an interoperability co-processor. Basically accumulation of research and development into blockchain interoperability problems. This is what Gavin Wood and Vitalik were talking about. We introduce a hyperbridge, an interoperability co-processor capable of scaling cryptographically secure, consensus, and state-proof-based interoperability for all blockchains. Basically opening up so this system can talk to all the systems. We got to get out of this mindset that it's winner take all and you have to have these guarded gates. I was talking about this with the dudes from Constellation DAG as well, because Constellation DAG was being basically pushed out. Like this Jerry Banfield ICP maxi. I like ICP, but I don't think it's going to take over everything. Jerry Banfield's out there saying that DAG sucks and it's not going to get anywhere, and ICP is more secure, or secure and more accepted. I beg to differ, bro. Look at this. CoinDesk is starting to acknowledge that Panasonic and IBM are partnering up with Constellation Network to debut the Department of Defense vetted blockchain of blockchains in this global hackathon that kicked off on the 15th at the beginning of this week. And really the main squeeze and what people need to be paying attention to are the connections that have already been working in the background with DAG. And the fact that I am seeing this now talked about on CoinDesk, the regular people, the retail people, everyone else in crypto is going to realize what's going on in the background. There is so much more to dig into with this, rather than all the stuff going on with XRP. The price action, in my opinion, is going to be much, much more vicious and with a higher velocity. Panasonic and IBM have partnered with Constellation along with Simba Chain. You cannot get access to Simba Chain tokens, but this is a private organization that's working within these government agencies to the C14 cryptocurrency on-ramping service, the Stardust Collective, and the National Digi Foundry. This is connections with IBM, all of the biggest, Azure, Microsoft, and these are led by members of the National Science Foundation, the U.S. Space Force, and the Department of Treasury. It just doesn't get any crazier than that. What wallet holds the DAG again? It is the Stargazer wallet. Stargazer wallet. I'll just show you here the Twitter account for them real quick.
I was trying to post the link in the chat, but it doesn't let me post it for some reason.
You didn't?
for the on-chain summer.
Yeah, for the secret mint.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go mint this right now.
Look at this. Here's Stargazer
I'm mint
wallet.
this with a Duke wallet real quick.
You got to hold your DAG here. You can hold it in self-custody right there on your Stargazer wallet. I have one, and I absolutely love it. And now I think that the next step is not going to be so insulated. It's going to be making the same move of beginning to become interoperable with the rest of the systems out there. All those other hot little layer ones that everyone's so excited about that are already in the tens of billions of dollar market cap. Constellation DAG, it's under $100 million market cap. That is the kind of juice I'm looking for. But some juice that I was honestly wondering if it was ever going to come was finally we saw a price pump for XRP. Holy shit, it's not dead. It is up to 58 cents with 10% on the day. This is a big, big move. It was recently neck and neck with Cardano. Cardano is sitting at 44 cents still with a 1% pump on the day. XRP moving up in a big, big way. And there's honestly a pretty decent amount of news, but also releases coming from them. I saw this piece of news, Ripple donating $1 million to support John Deaton in his effort to unseat Elizabeth Warren. Now, when I see Ripple sitting here and funding politicians that are pro-crypto, but also funding its own lawsuit against the SEC, it's kind of twofold, because I feel like as a XRP holder, I'm sitting there, investing in XRP and then seeing them use the value to then fund political action for crypto. That's great. It's just like the price action I had felt was a little bit muted, not only because of the monthly dumps from the Ripple Foundation, but because of all these funding, political movements. But it does have value in representing crypto in the political sphere. So, I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. And John Deaton, I met him in Consensus, and I really, really think this guy is freaking awesome. So shout out to you, John Deaton. And I'm going to be advertising, pushing for you to unseat Elizabeth Warren with everything that I got. She is a long-standing swamp rat, so it's going to be a difficult person to push off of her peg. But I do believe we will get there before the time comes, 80 years from now, and she's still trying to serve as a head on a robot. So now we saw this from Chainlink, integrating with Frax Finance and Athena Labs for USDE and Frax and SUSDE and Frax pairs on Frax Lend, secure pricing data, help and support. Like Chainlink is partnered with everybody. Like this is the data feed standard for crypto. It is something that people don't want to accept. They want to think that Pyth is going to step in and take over everything. Not the case. I mean, I understand Pyth's going to have a good price action because it's not going to take over.
No, Chainlink's partnered with Securitize. They're partnered with Swift. They're partnered with I'm pretty sure the UN. They're crossed into everything. They're the Oracle provider. CCIP is literally insane for interoperability functionality. There's nothing that's replaced. Chainlink's it's the spirit. It's the big one. So it's but Pyth and them will compete, I think.
Yeah, and it's healthy to have competitors, right? What you got?
I was going to say, I do think Pyth has first mover advantage on Solana, though.
That's true.
Yes. I just don't think it's going to. There's no flippening that's going to necessarily take place.
Does Coinbase have any partnerships with Solana, or do they plan on it, or are they working on it?
I haven't seen anything
like
localize Solana.
Yeah, like a base chain to Solana type,
or is Coinbase or is Chainlink used at all on Solana?
That's a good question. I don't think I have seen many. I think I've seen a couple smaller projects from Solana, but nothing like the actual Solana token itself or Jupiter or anything like that.
And the interoperability, I don't think it'll ever happen with Coinbase. So there's a massive market there for sure. But like developing, because now I have multiple dev tools. Like we have the Duke bot and everything. Like we had to build a completely separate Duke bot because it's not compatible for Solana than for EVM. So Base connects to literally everything but Solana.
So you've been getting an inside look at these data feeds and the data aggregation because of that build out of FOMO. .io.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I heard you talking about that, some of the difficulties in getting accurate data and some of the things that you have to go through to do it. So
yeah, it's intense.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the Oracle feeds are super sensitive. And then a lot of people are on Solana and they don't have base wallets or whatever, so they want Duke on Sol or whatever it is. But to actually bridge liquidity, it's not too difficult. You can use something like Wormhole.
Yeah.
But the actual functionality to shift back it's very, 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 very complex. And so yeah, it's just an interesting perspective. It's definitely monopolized, and you can see how the industry monopolizes itself. And now there's competition. So to Taco's point, Pyth could be very prosperous on Solana's ecosystem. Is that going to topple the rest of Ethereum and every EVM compatible product out there? And I do believe we will get to a point in time where there is interoperability and you can cross pollinate and function with Sol. It's hard. It's really, really hard.
Well, and Taco brought up something crazy. We thought about the meme coins and the value locked. And it's almost if we keep creating meme coins at the rate we are.
I went over this today. I was looking at Vivok.
Oh,
down
Vivok
90%, but it still has 43K locked liquidity.
Dude, I am so pissed I didn't sell my bag on air. Vance was probably doing pretty good. I
think it pumped and dumped.
Did it really?
Yeah. It was all speculation. So if the token continues to go up, that'd be out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just tweeted out the Coinbase link because it was too hard for me to put it in chat.
Okay.
So if you want to mint that secret NFT, I just tweeted it.
There we go. Let's see here. Where are you at? Okay, secret Coinbase NFT. You're welcome with a little heart. I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna reshare it. Very cool of you, Taco. Very cool. You absolute savage of the crypto chain. Now this. Solana and the top 10 projects by TVL.
Oh, but wait.
What's that?
Solana is just a meme coin chain, someone said in the chat.
Oh, well, I mean, this is kind of contrary to that opinion here.
Meme coins still need data providers and infrastructure.
That's true.
Dexes,
and it's got
borrowing.
It's the third largest DEX volume on the market. It makes up for 30% of all the DEX volume.
Yeah. So, you got to keep that in mind. I understand that there's thousands of meme coins being created on Solana, but there's a lot of pretty cool projects being built on it too.
Helium on there and everything.
I know.
Yeah.
We got Jito. Jito_Sol is the Twitter account. Mev rewards through Jito Solana liquid staking pool. Marinade Finance, we looked at that one earlier on. I'm sure it's been ripping with $1.2 billion in total value locked. Camino Finance. Radium, if they get an upgrade on the UI, they will definitely give Jupiter a run for its money for show. Sanctum, this is kind of a new one I need to look into. What is this?
Their airdrop is coming soon.
What, Sanctum?
If you've been actively farming it and you use Phantom Wallet, there'll be a little banner at the top of your balances saying that you qualify and you can claim it.
Okay. I don't hate that.
That's what I really like about Phantom and the whole entire Solana ecosystem is they seem to like actually communicate with one another and work together. Whereas like Ethereum is kind of like different camps all over the place with all these different EVMs. But like Phantom and like these airdrops, they seem to be working together saying like, hey, your users qualify. Here's an easy way for you to show your users that they can claim it right here in the wallet.
Okay.
So I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we need in crypto. Stop the polarization.
Actually, this is a plus for Ethereum. They're actually, for MetaMask, you're not going to have to add the tokens anymore. It's going to auto-populate.
Really?
So
I love that.
That was like a big pain in the past.
I know.
Like,
import the tokens. And
yeah, you like, all right, I just traded into this new token. It doesn't show the balance on my MetaMask. I got to go to like CoinMarketCap, got to copy, and then I have to paste the contract address into MetaMask.
is even doing the Bitcoin integration too. Like,
hell
it's
yeah.
trying to bring it all.
Yeah, people are. I'm so ready for that. That's gonna be so bullish for Bitcoin DeFi.
Yeah, man. They don't realize it because you've made some great points about how traditional finance or just larger bags are more comfortable with things built on Bitcoin. It's a longer standing, more proven crypto project. If the access points for these ordinals and these different layer 2s on Bitcoin are opened up, I think that's going to really kind of change the game.
Runes and everything. I mean, Bitcoin's the largest network. There's no debating that.
$1.2 billion or
it is
trillion.
half of it. And then so what people are going to want to borrow and lend against their Bitcoin. They want to get access meme coins. That they're already into that culture. So yeah, I think it's going to be huge for Bitcoin DeFi.
Yeah. It's ebbs and flows, right? It went crazy, then it had the price correction. Just kind of the ebbs and flows of the markets now. There's something interesting to note here. It looks like Ripple dropped like 50 videos on their YouTube channel today as well. So they out here, man. They pushing content.
Them about like
Scheduling.
Or optimizing views or anything.
Don't you bring logic into this, Taco? Okay, they got to get the word out, man. I'm just very odd.
All right, let me know after you watched all 50.
I know, yeah. I'm not going to go through all 50 of these.
They're
things.
only 18, 9, 25. It's only 40 minutes for the first 3. So what are we talking about? Only like 10 days of content. You know.
I mean, you know,
we'll get through it.
It's kind of weird that they would do this all at once, but.
Troy Lindsay says, will MetaMask go back and find my lost tokens? That must be user error. Either you sent it to the wrong address or you don't have the right contract address. If you sent your tokens to your address, they are there. Maybe go on Etherscan and then go to like your profile page and you could see all the tokens in your wallet.
Yeah, because you might have not added the tokens.
That's the thing. Yeah. But they are going to add that feature, if not already.
Yeah. Now people are asking about Stacks. Let's see here.
Stacks is bullish. I mean, it's Bitcoin's largest layer 2, and they had their Nakamoto upgrade, which is we haven't even seen necessarily be built yet.
Right.
So like, there's a lot of upgrades that are coming to that, especially with the runes. And so I want to see that integration because to Papa Goots, comment, come on, man, how much of the DEX volume is outside of memes? The reality isn't like what retail, that's a retail perspective. You got to think, okay, if that DEX is doing 30% of all the transaction volume in the market, VCs don't care what retail thinks. They care what ones and zeros are. And they want to turn all the zeros into ones. And if they can do that through that DEX volume, that's where the money is invested into. So with Stacks and these Bitcoin layer 2, same thing, right? Meme coins are a massive market. It's a $50-60 billion market. And that doesn't include all the volume. I mean, we're talking trillions of dollars in capital has been traded in and out of meme coins over the last probably 4 or 5 years. So
it's been hot and heavy.
It's been hot and heavy.
Yeah.
So they're going to keep building, and that's not going to stop. And they want to invest to all that infrastructure. You do that on things like Stacks, Bitcoin DeFi, DEX. You have Jupiter, those type of things on Solana. So it's a very bullish narrative.
It's just new. You know what I mean? It's just new. So what? You got something, Taco?
I was just gonna say, don't you want a blockchain that has like everything that you need already in one place?
You would assume you'd want that.
Yeah, and Solana has that.
Right. Now, here's the real question. Talking about building, talking about biddling in the bear, right? We're in a bull market, and I see ApeCoin pop its head from out of the ground here. ApeCoin, time for a change, testnet Curtis today, 7/16. And also I saw Crypto Garga with a post. He is just talking about he's got a healthy family, puppy, and all the biggest haters literally live in houses they wouldn't have if it wasn't for Bored Ape Yacht Club. Even Paulie would still be a broke little bitch. I sleep comfy. And then Paulie just went on a tirade here. As you can see, he posted a ton of different things going after the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and this dude that just posted that looks a little salty to me.
Wait a second. Let's go to Paulie's page right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see how Paulie's doing here. Let's check. That's a good point. I mean, maybe he's like been nicer or something.
Wait
like
for
that.
it.
All right, let's see here.
Wait for it. Oh, it must have gotten his account back.
Why?
Oh, wait, no.
No. What happened here? Is he gone?
I don't know.
That's his picture. I mean,
he got suspended.
He got suspended.
How
Okay.
convenient.
That's
I
kinda
can't
weird.
wait till make millions of dollars and conveniently be suspended, so I don't have to have an excuse to quit. Like, oh guys,
my God.
I'm banned. They censored me.
What a genius play, huh? What a genius play.
That's the way out.
He's sitting there complaining about it not keeping. Now, the big question, I know a lot of people remain bullish on Bored Ape Yacht Club, is, and I ask you this, I feel like I ask you this a lot, Taco. Is this Curtis testnet going to help this current situation with Bored Ape Yacht Club? Do you think?
I believe it will maybe add a little bit of exposure.
Okay.
Because they desperately need something, because they really haven't been. I think they even announced their other side game is like on pause or something.
No.
So yeah,
That's the one thing I had going.
That's a rip.
yeah. Hopefully they find some magic with this new blockchain.
Let me see here.
Yeah,
C90 saying
I think it's a good
the
marketing
right
move. I
one.
mean, we needed another blockchain, so
Of course.
that was definitely the answer there.
Dude, he's not even populating anywhere. The C90 FTW is calling out this is probably a fake one. I'm not finding any.
Earlier today, I was looking at his page and it wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, I
They
can't
messed up.
find
They
it.
had the one thing that was going for them. They didn't even keep up. Was Dookie Dash.
Dookie Dash was a decent rollout, but
Well,
then they kind of died out on it. He was
they-
playing it nonstop.
I was
Yeah, that
obsessed
was
with
the
that.
most fun
It was
I've
the
ever had
best
in Web3.
NFT game ever. It was the best
I think what
Web3
they're
game.
doing though is they're in active testing and it's going to come out as a mobile game.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look into it because last time I saw anything about it, it was they were like gathering the testers. So hopefully it comes out.
If that comes out, I am bullish on ApeCoin
How do you test
because
Dookie
that
Dash?
is like that was like what was that bird game?
Flappy
That was
Birds.
like, it's like addictive as Flappy Bird.
Yeah,
Like
it was.
It's just basic. You just want to hit a high score.
Taco
They
didn't
could
do
integrate
anything.
meme coins too to that. Like if they start launching 8 memes on their blockchain,
Mhm.
like they could have all the characters like come into the game and do certain functionality.
That'd
like
be cool.
There's a
maybe
lot
like
they
a
could do.
diarrhea coin or types of poop.
Yeah,
that,
and
you know?
like this is where you make it 100% for a launch. You just make all the meme coins that launch on ApeChain. This is how they would go viral. I'm giving them all the free alpha. Is you make it like the players and users have to play that game, and as you hit high scores and do like different daily tasks, you get airdropped the meme coins.
You're giving them all kinds of
or
ideas.
using it as like a ApeCoin sync.
I cannot
So, like,
confirm or deny I want to do this with my project. So I've thought about this very extensively.
So you can make it as like a ApeCoin sync for the game where there's like consumables that you have to buy.
You could do boosters,
upgrades,
which you pay for
boosters.
in the token, so it creates a
Yeah.
demand for the token, and then a percentage of the profitabilities goes back to buying and burning it. And then the NFTs you have within the game that Ape already has, they can do a 33% buying and selling
You're
tax
giving
on
this
top
to
of
him
it.
on a silver platter.
I want to build this out. It's the most. If you want to launch a successful meme coin,
Yeah.
fuck the like all the anti-fair launch stuff, like all these influencer stuff. Launch a video game. You just need millions of dollars to do this. I don't have millions of dollars to do this, but do like a Dookie Dash. In this case, maybe Duke Dash, but you do something similar, and then all the characters in the game. The only way you get access to the meme coins is by playing that game, and then you partner with swaps and whatever, and make money off the transaction costs.
Huh.
It's like you could build your own decks. Like meme coins you don't need to be an like celebrities only snipe up like 95% of a supply because they're like broke or washed up. Like if they actually built a structured system, like for example, OmniSwap here, I don't ever need to own Duke tokens because I get 1% of the transactions. So my incentive is to make it successful.
Yeah, and they don't have that big risk from those big
No risk.
wallets. And even when you make like a fair launch, I feel like the market is just so fucking degenerate. It just rugs itself over and over again. Even if you psycho hand things up and down with people, everyone's just looking for that get rich quick scheme thing going on. Josh sounds just like the Steppen CEO.
No, the difference between Steppen and a video game is that a video game is actually addictive.
The Steppen thing paid people a lot of money, bro.
Played a lot of money, but it wasn't going to survive. The economics
know.
were trash.
When DZ came in, he's like, I made $200 walking at lunch. You know, like, there's no way this is
That
sustainable.
was like prime time, Pico top.
that was top moment.
It was good times were had by Al.
Dookie Dash is like Taco said, it's addicting. Like it was basic and addicting, and then from there you just create meme coins. Like have no utility. It's very easy to access that market if you have capital. Like if you have a few $1 million to make a game like that, and then the other idea is like Adult Swim. Imagine if every token on Adult Swim, the way you got the tokens was by watching it, and so you'd be released tokens, and that's how it releases into the ecosystem.
Dude, all these people are minting that secret NFT. Good share, Taco. Good share. Good share. Well, the final thing I want to cover is Elon Musk is again getting a bid from Charles Hoskinson. Now Charles is responding to this Ben Goertzel hack. Ben Goertzel did come out and acknowledge the hack. He has gotten control of his account once again. Thank God, as the godfather of AI. I would like to. AI got him. Secret Service breach or something. AI. Yeah, like you're one of the top developers in the planet. Whoa, that's cool. One of the top developers in AI on the planet hacked on Twitter. It made me feel a little bearish on AI, but it was good to see him getting control of it. Charles Hoskinson bringing up we need DIDs integrated into X. It solves all these problems once again. And again, I'll do it for free. Charles Hoskinson out there offering work for free. Obviously, he's got a strong development team working in the background. Now, will that translate to price? Yeah, I think so. I think that the velocity of the market can get Cardano over the $3 mark. Kind of the Pico top, I'm feeling like $5. Taco, what do you think Cardano's going to end this cycle at?
First, what are DIDs?
Digital identities.
Yeah, digital identities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But what kind of price action? When moon and how much moon for Cardano?
I'm trying to remember my fib level I made on the Cardano chart.
Fib.
I want to say it was around $7-8.
$7-8?
Yeah.
Okay. Josh, how you feeling about Cardano these days?
What's the price?
Kind of muted. It's 44 cents. It's falling behind XRP. It was neck and neck right there. We're sitting here at 44 cents. Everyone's on the edge of their seat.
$1.80.
$1.80? Okay.
I think, I don't know. It's so hard this cycle because like last cycle there was like 12 blockchains. And so if we're at a $4 trillion market cap, you're like, yeah, we're going to $8. But now there's so many. Solana's crushing it. You have Mantra is coming out as an RWA. Like it's up 100x at a $1.1 billion market cap now. Yeah. I don't know. I like people get max. They say FUD like XRP and Cardano, and it's like I think they're going to perform. I just don't know if they're going to get as much capital as people expected to this cycle around because there's so many new chains and systems that are being built out.
Well, something I'm thinking about while you're saying that is that we have like tokenized treasuries coming into place, and that's going to add a lot of money to the overall market cap, but those are treasuries or stable coins and stuff like that. So something definitely to keep in mind. But you know what? I mean, so we got 180. I'm thinking like $3 is like a reasonable expectation, up to $5. Taco, the hyperbole over here at $7 or $8.
Joshua, you don't think it'll ever go past all-time high again?
No.
And you're right at all-time high.
I'm thinking like slightly at or just above all-time high.
And I don't like.
It's
my reasoning for this, and this might sound crazy, is because of the stimulus checks. That's where I think a lot of it just fueled and piled into it. We don't have that this time around. So if we're going to get this euphoric rally and euphoria comes from retail, how much capital are they going to have to actually put into this? And if it's not coming from retail and it's coming from governmental, spending programs, et cetera, through, whatever loans they put out for corporations and institutions and incentivize growth, is like, are VCs investing into existing ones or are they investing into new modulars that exist? And so there's just a lot of variables that come into it. If we get a euphoric like retail rally, I think Cardano blows past $3. Well, I just think I think the expectation of this market's going to be the opposite of what it expects.
I do definitely have comfortability acknowledging it's going to be around and rise like all ships do when the water does. So that's it's not like I'm thinking that it's going to be the chain of all chains or voting in Central Africa is going to happen on Cardano now or anything like that. But it is one of the most developed layer ones out there. Yeah,
and I think talking about like my perspective would be, I think Solana, even though it's a bigger market cap, is going to outperform Cardano.
Yeah,
and it comes down to the meme coins and the DEX volume again. It's where the transactions are, and you guys have to realize this. Get this: how do you get a crypto listed on an exchange?
Money.
Lots of money.
It doesn't matter how much utility you have. It only matters the transaction volume.
Yeah.
Or exchanges won't list
Because they
you.
want to see the action. They want to be.
They make money only off the transactions.
Yeah.
So if your platform has no transactions, it could be the greatest utility in the world. It's not going to perform as good as other ones that are performing with these transactions.
Well, hopefully, as people want freedom more and more, and they want like if we can get a big push for the wish for decentralization and robust systems, that's when we get that action. But people, you know, they put a bunch of masks on and stayed inside and didn't even go to church when there's a flu going on. So I don't really think that the world is ready for that yet. You know, but I will digress. So a shout out to everyone. Just a couple quick notes. If you are watching the moves against the next president of the United States and you're wondering, man, I'm in a city center and it's going to probably burn down once they elect him, go to basement.supplies and get yourself a bag. Build your bag here. You just click that link and it'll take you to all these different options. Likely if you're in a city center, you're new to preparedness, start with this get home bag, this kind of gray man bag. That is the suggestion I would have for anyone that's looking from the outside in to becoming prepared for yourself. And a huge shout out to the channel partner Arculus. This is the world's top cold storage device right next to my rubber ducky there.
Breaking news.
Oh, what do we got?
Police reportedly shot a suspect near the secure zone of the Republican National Convention, RNC, in Milwaukee. Suspect seems to have been armed with a weapon in the secured zone surrounding the convention, avoiding the area.
Bro.
Potential another assassination attempt here coming out of Milwaukee's RNC convention. Just in, Secret Service ramped up security ahead of Saturday's Trump rally after receiving intel of Iranian plot to assassinate President Trump at the convention. Wow.
Dude, what in the hell?
More breaking news, which would be very questionable too, because where's Iran getting this funding? Well, it turns out that $10 billion in unfrozen liquidity was given to them by the current administration and status quo. That's directly you know about the frozen assets and the lifting of tariffs with Iran being able to sell oil to China.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like if Iran is doing this, is there a tie or an accountability to the current administration for a instead of a Russian intervention with elections here, but Iranian interventions and assassination attempts? Wow. Investigations we will get in about 20 years once they're released from congressional hearings. So
God, that's the ugly truth.
we'll be on blockchain roof at that time.
Dude, I mean, this
on
is
our
crazy
yachts.
to hear. Because I was thinking
Blockchain
about,
yacht.
I was thinking about covering this. The Hell's Angels were mobilizing in Milwaukee for Trump as well. Like, we're starting to see decentralized security for the president in the form of Hell's Angels. If there is one gang on the planet Earth that I will never fuck with, it is the Hell's Angels. They show up with literal armies of people that weigh 300 or 400 pounds apiece. So, holy cow, what a hot and heavy time to be in the world. You guys are absolute savages for holding on to crypto as we head into this election and the technological transformation of this planet at large. It's an amazing time to be alive. And if you're here watching this show and you're watching these crazy things, you want to become your own bank, why don't you go ahead, use code BASE10, support the channel, and get yourself an Arculus cold wallet. This uses 3-factor authentication, making it easy as ever to use a cold wallet. And that's the barrier to entry that most people don't use these things for, is they don't want to get dealing with a ledger and plugging it into the computer and all these other different things. Arculus makes it very, very simple. So make sure to support the channel, use code BASE10, and get you some. But appreciate you boys for joining me on the show. Josh, for the impromptu joining
There's
here.
so much coming out right now. This is crazy.
bro.
Yeah, we have like shock report. Police encounter suspect gunman long before he climbed on the roof, initiated a foot chase when he buried the metal detectors. Developing intelligence reveals that in the past few weeks there was an Iranian plot to assassinate the former president. They've had this intel for weeks.
Oh my God, bro. Like,
And
this
I'm reading
is so
that there might have
crazy.
been a second shooter.
Yeah, on the water tower. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Dude, holy cow. This is just intense. There's
Anyways.
gonna be a lot breaking.
Did you get a chance to watch that TikTok video?
Which one?
The one that has 2 different sets of people in the
I
background?
did. Yes, I
What's
did
your
see
take
that.
on that?
Well, it's basically...
I mean, because the guy didn't really go into detail. It's just like, look.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be planted misinformation. I need to basically do a night stream about this, and then Veteran Crypto, God, we got to do an episode tonight on this. Holy cow. This is explosive information. I am probably going to have to be working late into the night on this, Vet. You're damn right. Wow. This is intense, man. And on this, I can't make a determination on that second shooter. I don't think that, if there was 2 shooters, I think they would have made their mark. So that's kind of my initial thought on it. But This is
Yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot. You got to stay open minded.
well, and also like I got to be careful about what I do and do not say because this is the open and accessible YouTube channel.
I was reading directly from actually a CNN reporter.
Yeah.
So now obviously
that might be false.
So
that might be false.
With the,
that might be false. That's why I mean we got to be careful. But then also I don't want to flip over the table and get banned off YouTube from what's going on in the back of my mind.
Yeah, one could say
right
the
now.
guidelines are too steep to stand on.
Yeah, that was bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. So shout out to everyone in the chat: Gaddafi, Just Jim, Shake and Bake, Sufficient Enough, Nicole Tater, Zachary Martin, the Deadwood, Veteran Crypto, Michael Moore, Tommy Martin, and all the others that are watching this show. Appreciate every single one of you for supporting this channel and making it what it is today. And we'll be coming back to you live, honestly, potentially even tonight, but definitely tomorrow morning with a very, very awesome interview with one of the best and brightest minds in blockchain development. Stay tuned, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.